Here is one of my favorite artists, Ai Weiwei. He is a Chinese artist, and the piece that we're going to cover is Kui Hua Ji, or Sunflower Seeds. And it dates from 2010 to 2011, and they are sculpted and painted porcelain in the shape of sunflower seeds. Now, Ai Weiwei is very interested in reaching people who are not interested in art through his unique approach to materials, and he does installation pieces. In fact, a few years ago, he was under house arrest in China, and he remotely did art through his wife, who set up an installation at Alcatraz in San Francisco, and all of it was about being held in captivity because he was, because a lot of his art is political in nature, and he's, in and out of being under house arrest with the Chinese government. But so he says art is the tool for people to question their perceptions. And so here he creates millions of sunflower seeds from porcelain that are then hand painted. And he employed many people from a village in rural China, not only to mine the porcelain, but to process it, make the seeds, and to paint them. So this really is his concept, but he is going to use Chinese workers to create this installation. And this was an installation piece. It was at the Tate Modern, which you could see is where the people are sitting on the sunflower seeds in this main top left picture. The Tate Modern used to be like a hangar, not necessarily for like airplanes or anything, but like a hangar for military features. Like it's an old industrial building that had this huge open space that is used often for installation, including shibboleth. That's the same. This is the same space as shibboleth from one of the other pieces you guys are going to learn about. So anyway, look at this. If you're looking over at the top right piece, so those are small pieces of porcelain that are hand painted to look like sunflower seeds, and there's millions of them, and it's really just a testament to what Ai Weiwei could do. Um, let's see. And then what happened with the piece there is that people who are sitting on it, like the first couple days, people were allowed to move in and out of the main area where the installation was, until so much dust from the porcelain was coming up that it actually was impacting their health. And so they ended up not allowing people to go where and interact with the installation, which is what Ai Weiwei saw. That's what he envisioned when he created it, but it just became a health hazard, and so he wasn't able to do that. But he created millions of sunflower seeds, and China is historically known for porcelain. We talked about this when we talked about the David vases. And there are people from a rural village in China that that are basically responsible for making dishes for the emperor's court. And traditional porcelain technique was used in a very standardized way in shape and vessels. So Weiwei is working to redefine that traditional language with this piece. He hires more than 1,600 people to help him make this project. And people had specialized jobs. Some of them made the piece, some of them sorted them to throw out, or the broken and misshapen ones, and others painted. And again, this alludes to the idea that with globalization, the mass production in China caters to Western consumerism, with cheap laborers performing tedious duties. So there's your meaning right there, is that, the China's catering to the mass production of what people in the West want. Old images of Chairman Mao used to feature a lot of sunflowers and sunflower seeds around him as a reference to the idea that he is the sun, and ordinary people loyal to the party are sunflower seeds. So sunflowers supported the revolutionary spirit in a material way. There's also a reference to the fragmented individual in the digital era. And then so with using time to devote to each individual seed, he focuses on the significance of the individual and the imposing strength they have when they're together. And so there's a lot of meaning that you could take from sunflower seeds. They did, after this installation was done, they did, separate the seeds and send some to different modern art museums all over the globe. So you may happen to go into a modern art museum and see on display some of the seeds that were originally on the floor of the Tate Modern.